At SEMA 2023, Harbor Freight unveiled their new 5x10 trailer, and it's finally ready to be released. And they sent us one, and we're gonna put it together, see how quickly we can do it. Let's get started. And this is what you get. Bunch of C-channel, strut channel, an axle, some springs and tires, and a ton of brackets. You got yourself a trailer. Got Marte helping today.
Hey guys.
We got our tools, got our instructions.
Handy dandy instructions.
Got some chairs so we don't have to bend over. And our know-how.
We needed a whole weekend for this. Not 3 hours, Trevor.
This should be called slowiners. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Need that length of one?
Yep, right there.
And those.
And right there.
So those. Oh, that was your tire.
You were standing until you touched it.
What did the sticker say?
Yeah, what we got going on, Trevor?
We gotta feed the wires through the harness hole, the yellow end first, and then route it. Oh, this part needs to go in. Because this sits in the rail. It's supposed to feed here, right?
That's not the yellow end though.
Let's do it our way.
Yeah. Who needs instructions anyway?
Me. We might have to revisit this part.
Yeah, I kind of think we need to put some brackets together.
Why did you change the page? No wonder I can't figure it out. All right, here's your alignment triangle that goes in the center. And then we got to put in a bunch of these rail nuts. And you just,
some of these?
Yeah, you just put them in there. Give her a little twist. So we've got this lined up so we can kind of get a indication where those need to go.
Like drywall.
Yeah, except we don't spackle this together.
I mean, you could. All right, I'm gonna give you guys the real update. 4 hours, and this is what we've gotten done. Not even two sides. Can you explain this, Trevor?
It's smooth sailing from here. This is the hard part. All right, we've got the rails up on their stands. Marte's working on some bracket. I'm not sure he knows what he's doing.
So I've learned early on in life, you just do it and then figure it out later.
It's just like life.
Yeah. You don't know where it's going to take you. You just do it.
On your deathbed, you finally got it figured out.
Maybe not even then.
That don't look right.
It's probably not.
Because doesn't the cross member have to go in the...
Okay. Trevor,
Look, you got these that have got...
But listen, watch this. Watch. You see, here, I'll show you up here. You see how that goes? And it's going to go just like that. Over to that side. And then, down here.
Oh.
Yep, that's what I said.
Well, you're supposed to look ahead, so
Okay.
you know what you're doing.
So, picture. Front rail bumper, corner bracket. Nothing over here.
And then it's all together. Okay.
Yeah, looking ahead does nothing. Now, what are we working on now?
The tongue.
Did you know that's upside down?
It's supposed to be. If you would read the directions, you would know. Because we got to put the bolts through.
Oh. Well, how's the progress going?
Going good. The tonguing's almost done.
So, important question people are going to want to know. What is our time frame so far?
Still light out, that's a good sign. Ooh, that's a tough one. We did take a break for lunch, so we'll say 4 hours. We wouldn't have redone some stuff.
Yeah, we had a lot
We could have
of.
just slopped it together.
Yeah, but when you got edges like this, you can't get any crispier than that. Okay, don't mind those. Don't mind those. But look at that crispy edge.
All right, tonguing is done. We got a bunch of brackets to put on. All these can go here. Ooh, I think we figured it out. So all these brackets disperse.
Two more brackets to put on and then tighten things down and what, the axle?
Yeah, axles and wires. We just made a discovery. I went to hang this shackle and the front goes straight into the brackets and it didn't fit, but it fits on the rear, but the rear has the pivots, which means it goes up here, which means we got these on the wrong sides. So we've got to swap the sides. Wish us luck. All right, we swapped side. What is this gap?
Don't!
Oh my gosh! Anyway, we swapped sides. I thought we were good. My side's good.
No!
What?
Look at that top gap. Is that a gap right there?
Okay, compare it to this side.
At least mine are equally gapped. We are tired, Trevor.
It is dark outside. We've been going for almost 7 hours. We're gonna call it a day and we're gonna get back on this tomorrow. All right, it's a new day. I tightened up Marte's bad joints and the shackles are all mounted. I think I figured out how the wiring works. So this is the first one you feed through, and this is what I wasn't quite sure of, this back here. Pretty sure you feed all of this through the little hole. All right, then you've got 2 strands coming back. You'll pull the next couple through the hole as well with a little bit of that, and then this will go back, will feed back forward. So these 2 leads go to your license plate light. This goes to your rear side marker. The yellow goes to the brake and turn signal light. The other 3 plug into this small harness, which feeds the other corner marker and your other brake turn signal. And how you route it is up to you. And then back up to the front, it plugs into the main feed. So then you've got your marker light and your other marker light. We figured it out. Who needs instructions? All right, I was looking at this, I was like, where does that bracket go? And then I read the directions. It holds the bolts, the washers. I do like the these better. But if you don't want to shell out for these, you already got that. Well, we did have it. I've been fighting with these corners because I didn't like the way they looked. And turns out, the reason I've been fighting with them is because there's a top and bottom to this rear bumper. Who knew? I certainly didn't know. If I could read the instructions better, it probably tells me. Or I could probably look at the picture.
How'd you figure out it was a top and bottom?
Well, I figured because my apprentice tightened these up all the way before we put them on, so I figured maybe they were binding on this, so I was trying to play with those. But then it still wasn't working out, so I said there's got to be something more. I mean, I think that's what's happening. It kind of looks iffy both ways, but we're gonna see, because this one will not sit flush with the bar. Well, makes the cross member stand up, which makes the wood stand up. Makes me stand up and say, oh. We're not gonna say his name, it's just the apprentice.
The apprentice?
We don't want to call him out like that by name.
That's a good point.
Gotta keep an eye on your apprentices, so it's actually my fault regardless.
Or I guess you could have just followed the arrow that points up.
There's an arrow that points up?
No, but that would be hilarious.
I would not have been that surprised. Come on, you can do it. Oh, now it's not gonna go. Oh, that's why you don't do this.
Close your eyes, apprentice.
Easy.
Astro, what are you doing?
He took the whole light.
Oh, you a little stuck? Don't drag it. Here. Here. Some days, Astro. Go ahead. Astro, go back to your charger.
Now, that'll sit flush. And the cross member will be right. It'll be the same height as the rest. Don't fret. You don't got to make this as hard as we made it. You just got to follow the directions. This thing calls for 5/4 by 6 inch by 10 foot boards. And apparently in southern Utah, those don't exist. I had never even heard of 5/4 inch boards before, which is 1 1/4 inches. Why don't you just say 1 1/4 inches?
My brain just caught up.
Right?
Very, like, it was so confusing that I just blocked it out.
and just like a 2x4 is not 2 inches thick, it's 1.5 inches thick. A 5/4 inch board is 1 inch thick, which is the nominal thickness of decking boards like Trex and, you know, the fake stuff. But you can't really use that for a trailer because if you scrape the top layer off, moisture can penetrate it and then it blows up like a balloon. So I did the only reasonable thing and I made my own. So I got some 2x6s and I milled them myself. The Hercules table saw was up to the task. I only blew the breaker like 3 times. Don't try it at home. I don't recommend it, but if you do, let us know how it goes in comments. So the inside of the trailer isn't quite 10 foot. You got to cut about 1/2 inch off. So we did that. I got something that says it preserves wood. We stained the underside and the sides, let it sit overnight, flipped them over. This is what we got. It's a little uneven, and we can all be a little uneven at some times. And speaking of that, a pallet of fireworks showed up. George, are you feeling it a little uneven? Anyway, it looks pretty good. With the wiring, there's some good things and some things I don't care for. One, super awesome thing is nothing grounds to the trailer itself. So you know when you get a trailer and your tail light doesn't work or whatever, and then you figure out it's a rusty ground somewhere on the trailer, you don't gotta worry about that with this. One thing I would like, and I did differently, is there's one P-clip that comes with the kit that holds, you know, this in place, and the rest are peel and stick zip tie holders. I put some more P-clamps just to make sure it's secure. Not only we're not gonna have rusty grounds, we're not gonna have dangling wires.
Nobody likes a dangling wire.
No. One more really cool thing about this is like these tie downs. You can move this wherever you want. Hopefully, Harbor Freight will make extras available, and you could add one down here, here, and there. So here it is.
It's glorious.
This, I think, came out this week. So if you've been interested in one, go get yourself one. Or wait for that 20% off coupon, assuming that it will be a part of it. You never know. How long will it take? Kind of depends on the quality of your apprentice. But I would give yourself the weekend. You know, if you just want to get ugga-dugga everything down, throw it together, you could probably get it done in 4 to 8 hours.
What was your total time on this?
We're not going to talk about that. I mean, I did extra work. If you can get the board you need, that's going to save you a ton of time. We're excited to put it to use, and I've got some big ideas. We'll see if they happen. Some of you are going to be like, well, what's the point of this trailer? I can just go buy one. Maybe where you live, you can get a trailer similar to this for $1,000. But for around here, this is a pretty good deal for a trailer. But all in all, I think it's a pretty good product for the money. We'll put it to use and time will tell. Thank you, Harbor Freight, for sending us this. We actually were in need of a trailer. So now we just got to figure out where we're gonna store it, because we have no room. But that's all for now. So until next time, we'll see you next time.